Hello and welcome to the Linux Panic YouTube channel, my kernels. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to use multiple DSLR web cameras with Linux. But first, before we proceed any further into the video, I'd like to thank my channel members Mislav and Darius Roos for being subscribed. They get early access to videos such as this one right here, as well as a little badge next to the name, including priority response to comments. So, let's get into the video. Now, I've done a video on this before. I'll leave a link to this GitHub in the description, but overall it's just how to, well, this particular repository is how to get a DSLR camera setup. Now, if you follow everything in this repository, you'll get something that does work. And that was just a preview of it. But how do you use multiple cameras? Now, as we can see here, if we just do a clear and then just enhance, what we have here is we have Nikon Corp D3500, DSC D3500, and Nikon Corp D3300. Two cameras, technically three, because I've also got a Logitech USB camera, a USB webcam. It shows up as a crystal cam. I don't know why, but I know it just does. But how do we use it? Well, first things first. What we want to do is we need to make sure that we set up the configs correctly. Now, if you're me, we create a config for how the webcams work. Now, this part is important because if you name your DSLR webcam configuration this, and then go to change and then try to use other resources that say, yes, just change your Gphoto 2 or Video for Linux 2 config, it will be something different, as I unfortunately found out, because I forgot I said it to that. So I spent ages trying to figure out and then realized, I didn't check my own documentation. It happens from time to time. So what we want to do is go to cd etc modpro.d. And as we can see here, we have a bunch of stuff. Got some NVIDIA comps that we don't need to touch. And what we have here is our DSLR webcam.conf. So we will need to open this with sudo to be able to change it, because it is a it doesn't have, well, the permissions for it. I'll just show off actually real quick. So the permissions for DSLR webcam.conf are read write only, but they read write. But just to make 100% sure we can actually do something with it, we just open it with sudo. So sudo nano, just because I want to do it with nano, DSLR webcam.conf. Feed it the password, and what we have here is our options. Now, it's important that we pay attention to how we set things up, because I have two DSLR cameras currently plugged in. I have given them video number 8 and number 9. Now, these show up as dummy sources. Now, to make sure that our system can see them, we do need to give them as dummy sources. Now, trying to do 2 on one source does work, but only kind of. And I'll show you why, because it's hilarious as all hell watching it go. It's fun watching it cry. But as we can see here, I've given them labels. You don't need to put it in brackets, if any, in quotations. If anything, you can just type them out and then just put a comma in between them. In this case, I just typed them out like that. And you'll see why you don't necessarily need to do it like that. But we have our Video for Linux 2 loopback. We have named, we have video devices number 8 and number 9. And we have exclusive capture 1 and maximum buffers 2. So the maximum amount of cameras that can be worked off of at any one time would be 2. and only one can show up on any one at any one time. So we need to go through a particular process to get our cameras working and get them seen. Now, because of the way video for Linux 2 and GPhoto 2 work, we'll just click. We need to kill the process first. So to do that, we do pierce space aux space pipe space grep space GPhoto 2, and this shows us. Just shrink. Excuse me. There we go. It would help if I could remember how to do the thing. So what this is here is we have our volume monitor, spawner, and just the regular photo process. Now, what we will need to do is we need to kill the first two processes because the third process changes process identifier. I don't know why, I just know it does. So, doing that, it's just kill -9. In this case, it's 2378 and then 3636. 3636. So now that we've done that, we can then get our GPhoto 2 up. So I have mine saved. Well, I've got a folder, not folder, a text output for how I want mine saved. For how I have mine saved. So what this is basically saying is it's saying pull that camera and drop it on that. It's pulling the D3500 and drop it onto that dummy. Drop that in. Have I done that wrong? I don't think I've done that wrong actually. No, okay, so that is correct. So I have one camera that is currently working, and I'll show this off by making sure it is turned on. Do this. So this is showing up as I'm just going to drag this across. So what we have here is we have my DSLR camera, and this is showing up as D3300. I don't know why, because I put it in as D3500. That's just, I've broken my own thing, don't worry about it. But we have camera number 1 working. What we're going to do is we're going to drag this back here in tab, and then we're going to drop in our second one. Grab that. Which one did I just put in? So I put in the D3500 one. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you do things in a slightly wrong manner, because it's going to be funny watching it cry. So you're currently seeing me. Paste this in. Camera triggers. Now, do you see the problem here? You should. You absolutely should see the problem here, because it's trying to pull the inputs from 2 separate cameras into one dummy source, and it is effectively doing it rather effectively. However, this is not the intended outcome. This is not the intended result at all. And that's because, as you may or may not have noticed, outputs to video 8. Output to video 8. So what I need to do is just kill that. Swap that over to video 9. Camera re-triggers. Process kicks up. So what I will now do is I will drag this here. Need to quickly cycle that, and bada bing, bada boom, we have 2 functional and working cameras. Now, I like how this is very much possible. You can increase the cap, add as many cameras as you want. You are genuinely just limited by USB controllers when it comes to this. I find it wonderful. I have literally just come back from work as well, so I'm glad I was able to remember how to get this done because I've just done a 9-hour shift. Very fun. But 2 working cameras. Fantastic. I love this. Yeah, you are limited only by your imagination how many cameras you have available. In my case, I also technically have 3 cameras available. USB, DSLR. These are in manual mode. That is not. But 3 cameras. And turn that one off. You are genuinely just limited by your USB hub. By a USB processor. That's all it is. And how many cameras you have. But yeah, it's a wonderful tool. It works. It's fantastic. It looks bloody cool. Anyway, to those of whom who love watching, if you're not already followed, maybe consider following. If you're not already subscribed, that's the wrong outro. I'm thinking my brain's all over the place at the minute. I'm tired from work. To those of whom who are watching, if you're not already subscribed, maybe consider subscribing. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike if you dislike it. They both seem to work, even though you can only see one of them. Remember, when you use Linux, do not panic. I have been Nick. You have been my amazing little kernels. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.